Hi, welcome back again this morning. Welcome back to my channel this morning. Okay, I'm on a roll with life, and today we are talking about oyster mushrooms. I love mushrooms a lot. If I can, if I am asked to choose between, anyway, let me not even use that, but if I'm anytime I choose to stay away from meat, this will be my go-to alternative because I love mushroom. It is packed with flavor, nutrients. This will literally boost your immune system, and then it just has this very unique flavor. So I want to share. I know there are a lot of people like me that love oyster mushrooms and will love to have it for free in their garden or just anywhere they are growing their food. And I want to tell you right now that it is possible to do that without going through all that long process of getting mushroom. Yes, um I have tried growing mushroom from a mushroom spawn and then getting sawdust or rice husk, all that process. There is a whole lot of process before you can get mushroom growing in your home. I've tried all of that, and to me it's just not worth the stress is too much. The process is too long, and it's not something I want to put all of my energy into doing. So now I finally found the easiest way. I think this is just how nature wants it to be, if you ask me. The easiest way to get mushroom at no cost. Maybe the only time you're going to spend money is if you're moving it from the location to your location. So logistics, that's where you have to spend money, but these are absolutely free. No, you actually do not even have to do all of that. All that process is not, it's not it at all. And this video I will share what I did to get this. Since I relocated the anyway, let me not even. Hi corridor, welcome, thank you for joining. So we are talking about mushrooms here. Let me go straight to the point. So how did I get this mushroom? This is probably my fifth or sixth or seventh times harvesting from this harvesting this mushroom this year, and I only have just one. So what I did was I went somewhere where they cut a really big tree. I cannot remember the name of the tree, but they cut that tree and divided the log of wood, and it was just lying there. After a few weeks, because this is rainy season over here, after a few weeks I went back there. I realized that one of those logs had started growing a small oyster mushroom. Before I continue, let me just say that the best way, because we know that there are a lot of poisonous mushrooms, not all mushrooms are edible, so you have to be careful. If you're a mushroom lover like me, you have to be careful. Always the safest way to identify mushrooms, edible mushroom, is to eat what you know. If you see a mushroom that you haven't eaten before and you don't know, there are no mushroom experts around you, you're not sure, please just discard, because you may just end up eating poison, and you can only find out one time if it is poison or not. If you're still breathing, then it isn't. If you're not, then you know that it's poison. Anyway, so let me continue. I saw that one log of wood was bringing out oyster mushroom. It was very familiar to me. And what I did was I asked the owner, because I was in somebody's home. I asked the owner if I could take that log of wood. And I was like, yeah, sure, if you want more, you can. but I didn't take more because it was just that one log of wood that was bringing out the oyster mushroom, and it had just started. It was the first one. So what I did was, let me show you the log of wood first of all before I go and cook this guy. So let me show you the log of wood I got. To be careful, I'm going to place this here so that it doesn't stain my so yeah, this is the log of wood that I got. Okay, I got this log of wood, I relocated it. It had just started growing oyster mushroom. You can see something like this here too. This is a new growth. I harvested from it this morning. So if you check my Instagram page, my story on my Instagram page, you are going to see me harvesting oyster mushrooms from this tree stump, from this log of wood. Okay, so what I did was that I noticed, I went to a friend's home, I noticed that it was having, this wood was growing oyster mushroom, and that mushroom is familiar to me, and I asked if I could have it, and the owner said yes, you can have as many as you want. So it had just started bringing out oyster mushroom when I noticed. So I relocated this log of wood to my garden, and what I did was I kept it beside a bed. Okay, I kept it beside a garden bed. That's why here is moist. Oh my god, I hope I don't break my teacup. No way. So that's why here is wet. So on that bed, the bed is rich with nutrients, you know, because I'll prepare my soil, and when it rains, I just kept it by the side of the bed. Okay, it's also under direct sunlight, but later in the day the sun moves from that place, and that area is a little shaded, but in the beginning of the day direct sunlight hits it. So yeah, so all I did was I relocated this log of wood, and then I kept it in a corner that is moist. Okay, look at, the wood is even rotting. You know, the thing is that mushroom helps your wood to decompose. So if you have a garden bed that is wood, in that is made of wood, once you start seeing mushroom, any type of mushroom growing out of it, just know that it is the end of the life of that wood. The wood is decomposing. That is what is happening here. This is all wood. So what I did was I relocated the log. I put it in a moist environment with very good soil. Thank you for liking the video. Please don't forget to like the video. So I put it in an area with very good soil, and then when it rains, it comes down and the water touches this log of wood, soaks up that water and the nutrients, and it also helps the mushroom grow. So from this log of wood I have harvested about, let me show this side. Okay, look at that. Look, that's the log, that's the mushroom. I left this one. So from this log of wood I have harvested about 7 times this year. I relocated this log of wood from there to my garden this year. I can't remember when, but I always document all my um, things, so I'll be able to tell. Maybe after this live I will put the exact time, the exact date in the description, Okay, so you know, but I'm willing to see how far this will go. I've not done anything to it. I haven't watered it myself. I've just allowed the rain do the work. I have also not fed it because I kept it in an area that the soil is rich, so when it rains it soaks up nutrients from the soil and also the moisture, and then from there mushroom grows. So if you want to see how I harvested this guy this morning, you can go to my Instagram story, the same handle with my YouTube, and then you see it. So Corridor is asking, how do you know when the mushroom has reached its full size before harvesting? It will be wide. It will open up. In fact, when it starts up really small, and well, it's, you just know, okay, because things will even start eating it before they get to you, because these mushrooms, things are always eating it before it gets to me. So sometimes when I'm harvesting, you see that some of them are already half eaten. So I don't know how to answer that question, but it is, I have washed this guy and I have my pepper soup. I want to quickly make mushroom pepper soup with this one and have it this morning. Okay, so that's it. Let me take this log out and go and put this on fire. So imagine if you have like 5 or 10 of this log of wood, then you have more than enough. You'll be eating mushrooms every time they come up. You'll be eating mushrooms every time. So that's how I've just gotten free mushrooms growing in my garden. I'm sure that I haven't gone back there. I haven't gone back to that garden in a while, but I know there were like hundreds of these tree stump. I'm sure that many of them have oyster mushrooms now, because it's been over 2-3 months since I went back there. So do they taste different to normal mushroom? Yes, of course. Each mushroom have their own unique taste and texture and all of that. So this is, I'm sure you've seen something like this before. So each mushroom, there's the wood ear mushroom that is just crunchy. There's the oyster, there's the button mushroom. There are just several mushrooms and they have different tastes. I love the oyster mushroom because the it's so unique. It has a lot of, I love the flavor of the oyster mushroom. So I'm going to put this, it will take only about 3 minutes to be ready. The water is on fire already with pepper, um, salt. So I'm just going to put this. I will be back. Yes, I am back. Thank you for sticking around. So in 2 minutes, my mushroom pepper soup will be ready. First of all, let me drink my tea. So in about 2 minutes, my mushroom pepper soup will be ready. I love mushroom. I can literally ditch meat and leave off mushroom as my meat alternative. So, and discovering how to have free mushrooms in my garden is just a big plus for me, because when I go to the market and I see mushroom, now is actually mushroom season. So when you go to the market very early, only very early, because if you go anytime later than 9 9 a.m., you may not see mushrooms in the market in this part of Nigeria, I mean in Port Harcourt. So I don't know about other places, but if you want to get the dried ones, you can go to the supermarket where they've dried and package the mushrooms for you. But I love my mushroom fresh. But anytime I go to the market and I buy a lot, if I'm not able to finish it on time, I either freeze it. I don't really like frozen mushroom. I prefer the dry mushrooms. Okay, so what you can do is, when you're going out, when you're outside, look out for mushroom, look out for tree stump that have familiar mushrooms growing on them. And if you can relocate it to your garden, better for you. And just keep the wood in a corner that gets a lot of moisture, so that you don't have to start watering it yourself. I literally do nothing to this log of wood. I just kept it strategically in a place that gets where the garden bed is fed. You know, the garden bed is rich with organic matter. And then yeah, because this is a rainy season, so I don't have to hand water the log of wood myself. Rain just does everything for me, and I get mushroom anytime. I just get free mushroom in my garden. I get free mushroom in my garden. So if you have more questions, please feel free to ask. Let's go and check on my mushroom. I will be back so I can get my oyster mushroom pepper soup. Ireti Olutayo. Hello, Jackie. Ireti. I hope this is Madam Sugar Tree Gardens, right? Oh my God, welcome to my life. If that is you. Corridor said, if I eat it, I fry it in butter. Oh, really? That's interesting. You fry it in butter and then that's it. You just eat it like that. Sugar Tree, yes. I saw the name Ireti, but then I didn't know you had Olutayo in your name. And I just thought it was welcome to my life. So good to have you here. The Sugar Tree Garden. Oh my God. So yes, I'm talking about mushroom. I showed my log of, for those people that are just joining, so good to be here. So good to have you here too, Ma. Oh my God. So I'm just talking about how I got free mushroom growing in my garden. Let me show you the log of wood. So G1 is asking if I am American. Nope. I am Nigerian. I am a proud Nigerian. And you can tell from my accent. So if you're just joining me, this is the log of wood that I relocated from somewhere to my garden, okay? And that's how I get it for free. Nice to meet you too, G1. This is a garden channel, so I now kept it in a moist area that during the day it gets direct sunlight, and then at some point in the day, at some time in the day, the sun moves from there, so it's slightly shaded, but it gets direct sunlight most of the time, so it doesn't matter. So to get I am going to get the pepper soup because it should be ready. It should be ready by now. I hope it's not burnt because it's in a small pot. I will be back, okay? Give me a minute. It's not yet ready, so it will be ready in another minute. But it tastes so good. I can't wait to taste it here for you guys. G1 G1 said, I love your country. You love Nigeria. Oh, Nigeria loves you too. Where are you watching from? Seriously, I think he meant to say, are you single? G1, we don't discuss this here, okay? There is more to life than being single, married or married or in a relationship, so we do not discuss this here. I think it is very irrelevant, so I will have to. This is a gardening channel and we talk about everything garden related. We talk about everything garden related, so please let us be guided, okay? My mushroom soup is ready. I'm going to go and get that. Please be patient with me. I will be back in a jiffy. All right. Our mushroom soup is ready. Thank you for holding on. Our mushroom soup, this tea has finished. Let me just boil it and clean my palette for this. So yeah, this this is the mushroom soup. Wow. So what did I use here? What did I use in making this soup? I used, of course, mushroom, which is the star of the dish, and I did not have to do too much. And then for spice, I used one bouillon cube, a little bit of salt, pepper, that's scotch bonnet, and then the leaf of choice is nchanwu, scent leaf. Okay, some people like to call it African basil, but the name is scent leaf. That's what we call it here in Nigeria. Or nchanwu, nchanwu. That's the name of the leaf. Very medicinal. Good for cold. Will boost your immune system as well. And has a very, will I call it a minty flavor? All right, and then this is our mushroom. I love mushroom. I can eat mushroom every day without getting tired. I added a lot of pepper to the mushroom, to the soup. It is so good. And I can eat this with rice. This is called mushroom pepper soup. I can eat it with rice. But because I don't like doing heavy breakfast, I don't even like breakfast to begin with. But um I'm only just going to have, I like to have pawpaw for breakfast or fruit for breakfast or something light like this. Let me show you. This is our mushroom soup. Look at all that pepper. Yes, pepper is good. And in Nigeria, we eat a lot of pepper. We eat a lot of pepper. We love spicy food. And mine is extra because I love spicy food. So this is my mushroom. My mushroom soup. I have to be careful so that I don't. Let me take the mushroom first of all and eat the mushroom so you see. So this is freshly harvested. I love how crunchy it is. This is not the farmed mushroom. This is the wild mushroom. It has more flavor. It has more flavor. It has more crunch. And it's just natural and organic. Yeah, organic. Thank you for liking my video. So if you're a mushroom lover like me, let me see your comments. Let me know what you love about mushroom. I've actually never seen anybody that doesn't like mushroom. Except they've not eaten it before. I'm going to take the leaf now. This is nchawu. It's a type of basil. I need to be careful so this pepper doesn't get to the wrong side. You guys, this is so comforting. Oh, we've done 30 minutes already. For those people that will come to my story, especially on Instagram, and ask if the mushrooms that I've harvested, if they are edible, I'm sure now you can believe me that they are edible. Because some people actually think it's just content. I don't actually make content. I don't do I make con am I a content creator? No. I don't see myself as a I don't see myself as one. I'm just a home gardener that likes to grow food and record her process, including my failures, my wins, and just teach everything that I know for those people who want to grow food at home and don't know where to start or how to start. Gardening is so simple, but as always, the simple things are sometimes the hardest because it can be overwhelming and you won't know how to start. So I make it easy for you. And then show you how to garden with ease. When I started gardening, I did not know jack about gardening. I literally had to learn from my own mistakes. Is that a dartboard on the wall? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So I literally had to teach myself and learn from my mistakes, ask questions online because I would post everything that I do from beginning to the end, and then ask some funny questions like what's going on here, what's wrong with my plants, what is this, and then start again. I never got tired even after failing so many times. I don't want this soup to finish, so I'm just really mising it. This is the last one that I have. No, God, this was so good. Mm, yeah. I just tasted ehuru because I used ehuru, just one seed of ehuru in this pepper soup. Just one seed of ehuru in this pepper soup. You see how I'm saving the last? I'm saving the last piece, but no, it has to go in my mouth now. Mm. Mushroom is life, my God. How can you not love mushroom? Mm. See, I don't have anything left. I wish I had more. You can hear how crunchy. Corridor said we can hear how crunchy those mushrooms are. My God. I'm just savoring the last moments until this log of wood gives me more mushroom. Oh, I asked my mom to look out for mushrooms when she goes to the market again. Corridor said, are you inviting us all for dinner soon? hopefully, yes, hopefully soon. Mm, wow, my God, this was so good. The rest of my tea. This was so good. So this is my second live of the day. And the first one, I talked about conker berries. So the video is already there. You can check it out. And this is the second one. So tomorrow, if not that this is my second live, I would have done another live because I discovered something very interesting. And I cannot wait to share it with you guys. Excuse me. So hopefully tomorrow I will come and share this interesting thing tomorrow. I had such a lovely time. Let me know if you understood. I'm sure it was as simple as ABC. Just relocate a wood. Relocate any woods that you see that is growing familiar edible mushrooms. Okay? And then that way you get more mushroom. I know that now I'll be on the lookout for mushrooms, even in public spaces, because I know I've seen a lot outside, but I've just never thought of relocating anyone before I saw this log of wood um, somewhere. So, but from now on, I will be relocating more wood. Alrighty, that pepper soup has made me, the pepper soup I had is making me sweat. That's the good part about it. It's so medicinal. Thank you so much for joining my live, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, I'll try and put up a video today, all right, showing you how to, in fact, let me not just announce it here, but watch out for my video, my long form video on YouTube today. Thank you for spending time. If you were here in my first live and my second live, thank you for spending time here with me. Thank you to Madam Ireti, that Madam Ireti of the Sugar Tree Gardens, that has been my supporter for, she's one of my biggest supporters. Thank you to Madam Ireti. She's been my biggest supporter for almost 10 years. When I started my plant life, I started from Instagram. In fact, I just joined YouTube not long ago. Last year and this year, I became very serious with YouTube, and look at how far we've come. So Corridor says there is mushroom in some nearby pine forest here, but unfortunately, one is little and the other is hallucinogenic. Okay, all right, yeah, that's why it is always good to eat what you know. Eat the ones that are familiar to you, and also growing in a good environment. Mrs. Ireti said, well done, Jackie, and see you soon. I plan to get on YouTube soon too. Please, Ma, you need YouTube. Oh my God. I can't wait. I can't wait for you to get on YouTube. My goodness. Yes, I was talking about how you've been so supportive over the years. You've been like my over the years, you've just been there. Thank you so much for your great support. Thank you. It means a lot to me. And to think that we met on Instagram. We met on Instagram. I am so grateful. Thank you. Yes, please join YouTube. If I had known, I would have joined YouTube since a long time ago. But because I was so deep into Instagram and I love the results, I love how Instagram actually pushed my business. And um through Instagram I was able to meet amazing people like you. That's amazing people like Mrs. Ireti and all other people, including customers for my business and all of that. But from my videos, I wasn't earning any money from my videos on Instagram. It was just giving me clients and customers and just, yeah. But with Instagram, with YouTube, why I love YouTube is that my videos, every video I make is an investment. Over the year, even if it doesn't make me any money right now, but in 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, 20 years, it will make me money and keep making me money, you know. So that's why I like YouTube. It's where you come and share your knowledge and it pays off very well. So you need to get on YouTube and then the wider reach as well. Yeah. Yeah. YouTube is like a search engine. So imagine dropping all the knowledge that you know about plants and then helping people with that knowledge. I know there are videos that that I dropped here on YouTube, when I go through the comments, it just makes me feel so fulfilled that I have, especially when they go and they try the method and come back with their testimony of how that method helped, you know. And then they come back and share in the comments of how they followed my steps and they got it right. So it's so fulfilling knowing that I was able to help somebody that couldn't find her way on her own. Okay, so I will see you tomorrow. So I go live every 2 days. But yesterday I went live talking about I was planting onions in the garden, so I shared my onion planting um, moment live here on YouTube. And then today I harvested these oyster mushrooms and I thought it would be really cool to come live and you know talk about how to get free oyster mushrooms, and then also my conkerberry flowers, which was the first thing that hit me when I opened my door and entered the garden. It was just the flowers, the smell. And then I just thought about talking about the conkerberry and how underrated that tree is. All right, bye. This video is already long. I don't want it to be up to an hour. Take care. Bye. Thank you for joining my live.